Hello everyone and welcome to this challenge from FreeCodeCamp, the Intermediate Algorithm Scripting Challenges. Today we are doing sum all primes. So like the title already says, we are summing up all the prime numbers. Now it sounds scary, right? Because we're like summing up all prime numbers. Is my computer not gonna crash? And now it's not, because we are just summing up all the prime numbers up to the number that we have as an input. Of course, we can just break it if we put something like infinity, but I'm not gonna try it out. I'm just gonna leave the test case as it is with the number 10, which is a very normal value and very harmless. So let's just dive into the algorithm. So basically we have to find out first what is a prime number. For that, what I did was build a helper function. Helper functions are functions that are only there to help you use them within another function or some kind of data conversion or data testing or whatever. So in this case, we are using a helper function that is checking whether the input n is prime or not. So the way we do that is going into a for loop where we start with the lowest possible number from which we know that there might be primes and not primes, which is 2. Like we could also do from 1 and from 2, but we start with 2 because 2 is the first prime number. A prime number is always greater than 1. We go over all of those numbers and we check up to the square root of the number, because there was some kind of formula somewhere that said if there is no number by which the number, like the number that we want to check for whether it is prime or not, is divisible by up to the square root of that number that we're checking, then we know that it cannot be prime. So in that case, we're iterating over that. And like I said, but then the other way around, which is that if there is a number that is divisible by the number that we are checking, so the rest must be 0, then we know it cannot be a prime number. So we return false, it's not a prime number. Otherwise we return true. If it is only divisible by itself and by 1, then it is a prime number. Okay, so then yeah, the rest is pretty simple. We got a result, an end result, which is this. It is gonna contain the sum of all the prime numbers up to the number of the input. And then we're gonna run a for loop, starting with the first prime number, which is 2, and it's when we input this 2, this iterator here into the isPrime function, it's gonna return true, that it is a prime number. So it's going to be 0 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. Yeah, and that's going to give 17, basically 17. Yeah. So if it is prime, if the iterator right now is prime, then we're going to add the iterator, the current iterator, to the result. And then at the end, we're going to return the result. So if you have any questions on this one, please make sure to write them down below in the comments. Likewise, you can write any suggestion or just say hi. Also, it would really help a lot to grow this channel if you like and subscribe. So thank you for watching. So see you on the next one. Bye bye.